Las Vegas. To many, the name means flashing neon lights and 24-hour casinos, Elvis impersonators, and massive hotels rising from the desert. But long before it became the global capital of entertainment, Las Vegas was nothing more than a remote stop in a harsh, arid land. The city's story is one of survival, ambition, risk, and constant reinvention. To understand how Las Vegas became what it is today, we have to begin with its origins as a desert stop. Long before the neon glow, the desert around modern Las Vegas was home to indigenous peoples, including the Southern Paiute. They lived in the region for thousands of years, relying on natural springs and seasonal food sources. Water was scarce, but in certain pockets, underground springs surfaced, creating grassy meadows. It was these meadows that gave the city its name. In 1829, a group of Spanish explorers traveling on the old Spanish Trail came across this green patch amid the desert. They called it Las Vegas, which simply means the meadows. For weary travelers, it was a rare oasis. Through the 19th century, Las Vegas remained little more than a stop for traders, missionaries, and pioneers moving west. Stagecoaches and later railroads made use of the springs, but there was little reason for a permanent settlement. Everything began to change at the start of the 20th century. In 1905, the San Pedro, Los Angeles, and Salt Lake Railroad auctioned land to create a town site for workers and travelers. The location became known as Las Vegas. Surrounded by a barren desert, it was a risky place to build a town. But the promise of water from the springs and its position along key transportation routes gave it life. By 1911, Las Vegas was incorporated as a city, but it remained small, dusty, and struggling to attract settlers. The real turning point came in the 1930s. During the Great Depression, the US government launched a massive project to control the Colorado River and provide water and electricity to the Southwest, the Hoover Dam. Tens of thousands of workers flooded the area to build the dam, and many sought escape from the hard labor and dry restrictions of Boulder City, the government town built for workers. Las Vegas, just a short drive away, became their outlet for entertainment. Bars, casinos, and nightlife began to thrive. Even more important, the dam provided something Las Vegas desperately needed: electricity. Suddenly, neon lights could blaze across the desert night sky. Also, in 1931, Nevada made a fateful decision. It legalized gambling. This bold move, at a time when much of America was cracking down on vice, transformed Las Vegas into a destination for risk-takers. Casinos and gambling halls sprang up to cater to workers and visitors alike. The desert stop was on its way to becoming something new. The 1940s and 1950s were decisive. A man named Bugsy Siegel, connected to organized crime, opened the Flamingo Hotel in 1946. Though troubled in its early days, the Flamingo introduced the idea of the modern Las Vegas resort, a glamorous hotel with fine dining, entertainment, and gambling all in one. The Strip, just outside the city limits, became the stage for even bigger resorts. Mob money fueled expansion, and Las Vegas grew into a playground for soldiers returning from World War II, Hollywood stars, and curious tourists. The 1950s and 1960s marked the golden age of Las Vegas. Entertainers like Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack made Vegas their stage. Showgirls and neon signs defined its image. Gambling wasn't just tolerated here, it was celebrated. Las Vegas marketed itself as an adult playground, a place where, famously, What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. One of the strangest chapters came during the 1950s, when atomic testing took place just north of the city. Shockingly, hotels advertised rooftop views of nuclear blasts as if they were fireworks shows. Tourists could sip cocktails while watching mushroom clouds rise in the desert. This bizarre mix of danger and entertainment only added to Las Vegas's surreal reputation. By the 1960s and 70s, the mob's grip began to weaken. Federal crackdowns and shifting economics made way for corporations to take over casinos and hotels. The new wave brought professionalism, bigger investments, and eventually, the mega-resort era. Las Vegas became less about smoky gambling halls and more about dazzling themed hotels, massive shows, and family-friendly attractions. By the 1990s, Las Vegas was reinventing itself yet again. While gambling remained central, the city pushed hard into concerts, theatrical shows, international cuisine, shopping, and even professional sports. Cirque du Soleil and global music stars made Las Vegas a permanent stage. Families were invited with theme park-like attractions, while conventions brought business travelers. But Las Vegas is not just a strip of neon. Today, it's a city of nearly 700,000 people, with suburbs, schools, churches, and ordinary lives. It remains dependent on tourism, but it's also home to a diverse and growing community. Today, Las Vegas is still more than just gambling and neon lights. It has become a global destination for conventions, sports, concerts, fine dining, and boxing matches to Formula One racing. The story of Las Vegas is the story of reinvention. From an oasis for native peoples, to a desert stop for Spanish explorers, to a railroad town, to a gambling mecca, to a global entertainment capital, Las Vegas has thrived by constantly reshaping itself. It is a city built on chance, risk, and dreams. A place that should not exist in the desert, yet dazzles the world precisely because it does. That is how Las Vegas grew from a desert stop into one of the most famous cities on Earth. From railroads and the Hoover Dam to mobsters and neon lights, the desert shaped everything about this place. If you enjoyed uncovering the origins of Las Vegas, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more history and travel stories, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next journey.